Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another challenge. This challenge is a shell challenge or a room challenge. This challenge is called the Dream Setup Challenge by SimBunnyYT on Instagram. And lucky for you, the deadline is not until March 1st, so if you see this in time, you will still have a few days, about a week, to create this challenge. And you can find this shell on the gallery under the origin ID SimBunnyYT or under the name Dream Setup Challenge. I found it best by looking up her ID. But don't worry because I will have all of that in the description below. And so the rules are you can use any packs, you can use CC, you can change the wall height, and you can add walls inside. And lastly, the description or the idea of the challenge is to create the gaming room, study room, or workspace of your dreams. So because this is a dream setup challenge, I based it off of what I want or what I would want my room to look like. So some things are not actually functional. Like as we get started here, I sectioned this off. I made the closet and I put a wall and then replaced it with a beam and curtains, thinking that like you could pretend to close the curtains. Like that's the closet. There's not a closet door, but there are curtains. I just think that sometimes kitchen cupboards, even though they are not functional, work better as closets depending on what you are building. And I placed a mirror behind the closet cabinets to give it a little depth, and I just thought it looked better than a solid wall behind the clothing. And so I forgot to mention you can find entries on Instagram under the hashtag Dream Setup Challenge. And there are so many different angles you could take with this challenge. Like some people did bedroom, some people did apartment, some people did strictly office. But the way I took it as currently where I live, my bedroom is my workspace. And so with this challenge, I made this shell a bedroom and a workspace, kind of like my current living situation. And so since this is a little bit of a bigger closet and I knew I had a lot of stuff that needed to go in the main room, I put this little mirror and shelf here as like a little makeup station. I put some makeup clutter and hair clutter over there, and that's was my idea of like where I get ready. Like I just figured maybe include it in the closet. I mean, there was room, and that way I could include more stuff in the actual room. And SimBunny did not specify if you can have multiple entries to this challenge, so I just created this as my entry, but I probably will do this challenge a couple other times with other ideas. I just thought this was a very fun challenge, and I like doing challenges based off of my likes, like rather than for a sim or a certain family. I just like using my own taste and style to build. And I don't know if you have to have it on to download, but to build, I did use the debug items, like that little basket in the corner of the closet. I thought that as like a laundry hamper type thing, but that is a debug item, so I think you might have to have debug turned on. And to finish up the closet, I added a book bag because me personally, a purse is never really big enough. I always have a backpack with me, no matter where I am. That way I can keep everything in it. Like, I even have my purse in my backpack sometimes. But I also have a few bigger items that go most places with me, like my Switch, my iPad, my laptop, and I cut hair, so I have clippers and scissors that I have to take with me places all the time. So I feel like a backpack just makes more sense for me. And so moving on to the main part of the room, I thought with the shape of this room that this would most likely be an outer wall. And so I wanted to place some windows because also windows can be motivating, like sun can be motivating, and I would want big windows in my bedroom or workspace. And so I chose this bed because I like the pastelish colors of it, but I just think that blanket looks comfy. Like some of the beds in Sims, they're just beds, but like I think certain beds actually look comfortable. And so I tend to pick the ones when I'm building for me that do look most comfortable. And so now I'm just adding some artwork that fits me. And I don't know, I just like colorful things, bright things. I like food. And so I thought these cupcakes were a great touch. And so I did add a full-length mirror out here, and I know you're probably thinking, why is that not in the closet? Or you're thinking there's a full-length mirror behind the closet. And I know, but I kind of just did that as a wall, and so I added this mirror as a usable full-length mirror. And it's one of my favorite, if not my actual favorite mirror in the Sims game, so I include it in almost every build, especially the ones that are like my style. And so then I added this suitcase table because my thought was I could use it as a table, but I could also use it as pretend storage, like an extra place to store stuff. And so, like I said, being that I have roommates, I kind of do everything in my room. So I wanted a bedroom, a hangout room, an art room, a Sims room, like all in one. And so I have the closet and the bedroom portion of my dream setup done. And so now I started to begin on working on the Sims portion, like the video game portion. I play Sims and I also play Animal Crossing. I currently play that on the Switch and my DS, but the Switch I have hooked up to a TV, so I probably should have included a gaming console, but I kind of forgot that. I wasn't really thinking, I was only thinking of The Sims when I was building. And so I thought of this video station as my desk where I play Sims, but also where I record and edit my videos. So I included the Sims Plumb Bob behind it and also a bulletin board. And I thought that bulletin board is where I can keep important dates, like challenges, anything having to do with The Sims or my computer that I need to remember. And so then I added an easel, and I don't know why, but I always place easels next to the window, thinking that, like, the painter or the person looks outside and gets inspired by nature or paints what is outside. And so, like I said, that suitcase table for extra storage, I kept it next to the art center because I thought maybe I could keep my extra. I keep saying this person, but it's my setup. So I thought maybe I could keep my extra crafts and art supplies in those suitcases. And so then I just added this pitcher of water underneath because when I paint my water cup, it's always something different. Sometimes it's an old McDonald's cup, sometimes it's a mason jar, sometimes it's a red Solo cup. It always changes. So that's why I thought the pitcher fit. And I've mentioned before I live with roommates, this is like a temporary setup, so I have a lot of stuff in boxes. I don't have everything out. I have a lot of boxes in my room, in my closet, under my bed. And so currently all my art stuff is organized in a cardboard box and shoe boxes. So I included that cardboard box under the easel because it's realistic. Like I really do have my stuff in a cardboard box. And I'm not sure what I was trying to do with these shelves, but it was not working. And so for the last little section, we have the little living area. I wanted a couch, maybe a chair. I don't know, but I wanted, just in case I do place this lot in a home, I wanted it to be functional. So I didn't want it to be too big to where you couldn't get around it. And after I thought about it too, I was like, this is my bedroom, not the main living room. So really, I just need a place for me and another friend because in reality, if I was having a bunch of people over, we would be in the main living room. We wouldn't be hanging out in my bedroom. And so then I just changed out the gaming chair because, as you know, when you're playing Sims, sometimes you're in that chair for several hours at a time. So I needed something a little more comfy so that when I play, my back doesn't hurt. Or, you know, if you sit in a chair for too long and your butt starts to hurt, I don't want that to happen either. And even though in my room I currently have a couple dead plants, I've never been able to keep plants alive. In my dream room, I would have several alive plants. So I'm just adding a couple plants over by the window for optimal sunlight, as well as just to add something to that corner. I just felt like it was kind of boring, not really much going on. And then to finish up, I just added another rug, and then I was gonna add some lights and clutter to the side bed table and the desk. And I added those two presents to the side table, not for any reason. It's not like I keep presents on my side table. I just thought they were kind of cute, so I put them in there. And so here I was just adding a little lamp to my side table and looking for any other decorations to add to it. And like I said earlier, I'm not sure if you can have multiple entries, but keep an eye out for my channel because I'm going to redo this challenge. I'm not really sure how, but I do want to at least attempt it one time with it being just a setup, like not a bedroom, not an all-in-one. But I also thought about making a studio apartment attempt. I don't know, I just have a couple ideas for this that I really do want to try it again. So if you watch my channel, be on the lookout for that. And so then I added that gardening clutter. I'm not sure if that's from a pack or if it's from the debug menu, but I thought just to make it more realistic and add a little more clutter. But so then I added that sport picture to the side table, and my thought was that it's not actually a sport picture, that it's maybe a family picture or a picture of me and my friends. I know you can download, or not download, but put pictures from the gallery or put screenshots, but I don't really know how to do anything with pictures, so I just put pictures like that and pretend that there's something else. And another thing that makes me mad is this desk. I know the table's probably clear because it's a video recording station, but it's the only like corner type desk we have. And being that it is blank, I think we should have the option. Like, I think there should be spots on the desk to place stuff, but there's not. And then, kind of finishing things up, I put that tote underneath and I put the card on the desk because I'm a memory hoarder and I hoard cards and pictures and anything and letters. And I put letters because I thought maybe in one life, in my new life, in my future life, I'm famous and I get a lot of fan mail. So that's why I put those letters there. I don't know. Or maybe I just get a lot of mail. Just some extra clutter to make it seem more realistic. And as always, thanks for watching, and you can find all the information listed below.